Hey guys, it's Simblr and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with another speed build. This will be the final part of Build Newcrest, and I'm very happy because I've been working on this series for at least a year and a half, and I'm finally finished with this very last lot, and it makes me so happy. It's in like the more expensive neighborhood, I guess. Well, the one that has the bigger lots, and I think it's one of the smaller lots. I don't remember the size of the lot. I think it might be a 40 by 30. But I'm not sure because I lost my post-it note, so I have no idea how much this lot costs or anything. But, you know, that's okay. It's a community lot, so you don't really need to know the cost of it. But, yeah, basically I wanted there to be another wedding venue lot in Newcrest. I already had one that I built in, like, the little shopping district thing. And, I guess they're pretty similar in style. I probably should have done something a little bit different with them, but I did not. I did decide to build an inn for this one, so it's kind of like, you know, there's 2 bedrooms upstairs, and then downstairs is where, like, the wedding ceremony and everything takes place. There's a kitchen and everything, and I did set it up as a lounge because I made the mistake of, I don't think it was the one I built for Newcrest, but I know there was one on my channel. I built a wedding venue, I think it was in Windenburg. I set it as a generic lot type, and that's just because I just googled what's the best lot type for a wedding venue. However, when I added it to my own game, I wasn't actually able to throw a wedding there until I changed the lot type, so you can't actually throw a wedding on a generic lot type, which is unfortunate. So that sucks. But yeah, this one you're able to throw a wedding, host a wedding, what, plan a wedding here? Yes, I don't know, but yeah. And I did try to go with the style of the rest of the houses that are in this neighborhood. I believe in this neighborhood there are 3 houses, I want to say, and a, what was the other one? A restaurant? Yeah, the Abacus. It was a restaurant. And then I will link the playlist for this entire series down in the comments. I was just so happy it's finally finished. It makes me so happy. And I will do a tour of this neighborhood, eventually. I don't know when. I still have to do a tour for Forgotten Hollow. Is that the name of it? I don't know. I always get Forgotten Hollow and Midnight Hollow mixed up. I think Midnight Hollow is The Sims 3, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, yeah. The name of this lot is Bayview Inn, and I will link it in the description. However, I don't have any of the stuff I wrote down on a post-it note for this lot, so that's unfortunate. But you know, it is what it is. And I did try to stick to the same style as the other houses, so all the windows have like little columns around them, because that's what all the other ones had. But I did use different window styles for this house. Not house, lot, building. Yes. So, yeah, it is a little bit different than that. There were words in my mouth. It does look a little bit different than the other ones. I did use a brick texture. I don't think I used brick on the other ones except for the chimney, and there are no chimneys on this one. But, yeah. And I'm just doing some terrain painting, which I will admit I'm not very happy with the exterior of this house. I mean, I don't mind the lot and the building shape, and I don't mind the backyard. I think the backyard is, you know, it's decent, but yeah, I'm not happy with the front yard and like around it, because I didn't really do a lot of decorating, which I probably should have done more, and I forgot to actually decorate the porches and balconies, so that was unfortunate. So yeah, if that bothers you guys, then you'll have to go in and fix that, because I forgot to do that, and it just irks me, because I don't know, I don't like when I upload a house and the landscaping is crap. Like, if I'm doing a starter home or something, I still at least try to give it a decent looking landscaping job. And I don't know, I don't know. I'm just unhappy with the landscaping. I might go back in and redo the landscaping or something at some other time and re-upload it. But, yeah, I don't know. I do like the backyard. I was going to put some hot tubs out there as, like, you know, like a little romantic thing. But I figured, why would you have 2 hot tubs out here if it's meant to be, like, a romantic thing, you know? Because that's kind of weird. So, yeah, I just made it, like, an outdoor reception area for the wedding. And then downstairs is the wedding area. One side of the building is like for the ceremony area, and then the other side is where the indoor reception area is or something. I don't know. But yeah, I do go back in. I don't know if I recorded it or not, but I do go back in at the end whenever I'm taking pictures. Well, before I go in to take pictures, because I still had the little notification that something was missing, and I had forgot to place a bar in the building, so yeah, it didn't qualify as a lounge, and it wasn't actually usable without it. So yeah, I had to go back in and add a bar, and I do add it to the backyard because it was the only place I had room for it, and it was the only place that made sense. So I put it over where the couple table is, where I put all the little rose petals and stuff, and then I just moved the table over a little bit so it's like kind of centered a little, and then the bar is over in the corner, and then it's got the little table. The tables are empty. The long tables, there's the long table outside, and then there's one in the reception area inside, and they're just empty so that you'll have a place to put food and the wedding cake and everything. So yeah, because I know whenever I play, I like to make it a little bit realistic whenever I'm doing weddings, and I like to make a lot of food, or have if the caterer made food. But yeah, I like to have a lot of different options for food and stuff. Like you know, you had that banquet table in The Sims 3. I don't know, I just kind of liked it, and so that's what I like to do. I probably could have put the table that came with the luxury stuff pack, the one that, like, I don't remember what it had. I think it has food on it. I don't really remember, but I probably should have added that. But yeah, honestly, I forgot it existed, so I didn't. But yeah, I don't know what it is about the landscaping. I mean, maybe I should have added a tree or something. I just feel like the landscaping isn't the best. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, really. It just seems, I don't know. Maybe I should have added more details to the exterior of the house. Maybe that's what it was. And the fact that I didn't actually remember to decorate the porches and the balconies. I mean, because, I don't know. Usually I decorate that stuff, but I forgot about it completely for this lot. Which, I don't know. It just bothers me, I guess. But yeah, now we're moving on to the layout of the house, I believe. Not house. I keep calling it a house. It's not a house. But yeah, now we're moving on to the layout. And these two rooms that I just built here, they each have their own bathroom. I believe those are the only bathrooms I have on the lot, because I forgot to make like a public bathroom. So if your Sims are coming here, yeah, those are the only bathrooms available. So I apologize for that, but I forgot. So I was going to put it back there, but I needed a room, a place for the musical instruments and everything, like the band setup or whatever, because it is set up as a lounge. So I kind of needed that area. So I decided to put it in the back of the ceremony area because, you know, it just makes sense, right? They play music while the bride's walking down the aisle. Not that they actually do that in this game. They just walk up, get married, nobody cares. But yeah, I missed in The Sims 2 and in Sims 3 actually, where, you know, the guests sat down in the seats instead of just standing there watching you and clapping and then getting in your camera view whenever you're trying to take pictures. Which they did that in The Sims 3 too, but, you know, most of the people sat down if you had enough seats. They don't actually do that in Sims 4. You know, if there are people in the room, then they'll stand around and clap. But other than that, it's not like a real wedding, and it makes me sad. And the brides don't actually walk down the aisle. They just walk up to the thing, and you know, it's whatever, I guess. But yeah, I wish there was a different pencil holder other than the kids' pencil holder, because it's got this little weird teddy bear, and I don't know, I just don't feel like that's the type of pencil holder you should have for like a wedding venue. I don't know, it was kind of weird, but you know, it's whatever. And then I was going to put the ceremony area in the back instead of in the front because it made more sense because the door's in the front. But then I was like, you know what? The bride doesn't actually walk down the aisle anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So, yeah. And then I didn't have enough room to put the benches on the other side anyway, so I had to change that. But it is kind of weird because the arch isn't actually centered in front of that window, which it's kind of weird, but, yeah, I just had to work with what I had, the space I had, and there wasn't much of it. So, yeah, I spent a bit of time trying to fix this because I went in and I fixed the rugs again, and then I was like, oh yeah, they're going to go on top of the rose petals. So I had to go back and fix the rose petals, and it was just complicated. I hate building wedding venues, but I also hate not having wedding venues, and I don't typically like the ones that I usually download from the gallery, because I don't know, there's always something missing. So yeah, I like to build my own wedding venues, but I just hate building them. So you know, whatever. I wish there were more instruments other than the keyboard and the guitar and the microphone, which I think you can sing in now, but yeah, I just wish there were more instruments. I know there's the violin. I didn't add a violin in because I never know which one's for the kids or whatever. I think it's a stringosaurus whatever for the kids, but I don't know. It's whatever. But yeah, I just wish there were more instruments. I just wish there was, but there's not. So yeah, this little reception area, I mean, kind of made me a little crazy because it's not centered, and I hate it. I don't hate the room, I just hate that it's not centered, because I really wanted it to be centered. But yeah, inside I decided to go with like a red color for the tables and everything, and then outside I went with blue, just because they went better with the exterior of the building. And then inside I was decorating with red anyway. There was red in the reception area, and then I just decided to put blue outside because it just made more sense to me to have the blue outside. And okay, you know what? Watching this back, yeah, I just thought of a different way I could have organized the tables in that room to make it a little bit better, but, you know, I didn't do that, so I guess it's too late now, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, I think the next room we move on to is the kitchen. I didn't really know what to do in this room, because there wasn't really much you could do, really. I'll just add some tables and chairs and stuff for guests to sit at. And then the kitchen is relatively small. Usually this is about the size I would make a bathroom on a community lot, but forgot a bathroom, so didn't do that. But yeah, the kitchen's pretty small, but I mean, you're probably just gonna have like one caterer in there, or just have one sim in there cooking anyway, so you really only need one counter space, and it's enough. So, you know, whatever, it is what it is. They usually don't cook very much anyway whenever you hire a caterer, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, and then I just set that above the trash can as like a little menu or something, you know, so the chef or caterer or whatever can just like make a note of what meals they'll be cooking. Not that that's realistic at all in Sims, but you know, in my head that's what's happening. But yeah, I didn't know what to do with this room, because I mean, the doors are kind of placed weird, so I think I only ended up just putting some plants and some paintings. And that's about it, because that's all that I could put in there, really, because there are doors on every side. And then up here in the middle, for this side, I just put some, like, sitting areas and everything, because I didn't really know what to put over here. I think I just put couches on both sides. Yeah, looks like it. I mean, I guess I could have put, like, a bookshelf or something. I don't know. I don't know why that would be there, but, you know, I guess I could have done that. And then over here, I just put, in front of these doors where the guests are always staying, I just put like a little laundry basket or something, you know, kind of like housekeeping. You put your clothes in it, you know, whatever. They'll pick it up later. And, you know, why not? Because it's like, do not disturb. So they just put the baskets outside and they just pick them up whenever, you know? Made sense to me anyway. But yeah, one of the rooms is pink and the other one is red. I just felt like those two colors were probably more romantic than any of the other colors, so I just decided to go with the red and a pink one, because I know some people don't really like pink, some people don't like red, but yeah, now you have options, I guess. But other than that, pretty much all of the furniture and everything is the same. I did use a lighter wood color for the pink room because it just went better with the color, and then I used a darker wood color for the red room. And then these chairs, I mean these couches that came with pets, that's it, right? Cats and dogs, that's the word. I don't understand them. I couldn't use them in those windows, and I didn't know why. I don't know if like maybe the shape of my windows were off or weird, so I don't know. Maybe it's just like a one wide area poochy thing. I don't know. But they didn't work, so I couldn't use them, which made me sad because I've never been able to use them. I really want to use them. So yeah, I'll just have to look into it. I'll have to test a few things. I don't think I've ever actually used them in any of my builds, actually. I don't know. I said actually a lot there, but it's okay. Yeah. I think I'm almost done with this build, though. There are quite a bit of screenshots, because, you know, there are a lot of rooms. It's a pretty big build. I'm just glad I was able to fit it all into one build, because I I think a couple of the lots I built in this part of the town, yeah, I had to cut them into like 2 parts. And I know a lot of the recent builds I've done for Newcrest, I've had to cut into 2 parts. I just like whenever I can put up a video in 1 part and not have it like super fast, like the Flash. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what to talk about in speed builds, so yeah, I usually always talk about the build itself in the first part, and then I have nothing to talk about in the second part. So yeah, I don't know, just prefer it that way, I guess. But yeah, I never know what to talk about in speed builds, and I have no stories to tell because I'm a loser and I absolutely do nothing. So I just stay home by myself all day and play The Sims. I have nothing to talk about, so you know, I can't tell stories or anything because I have no life. But yeah, if there's anything you guys would like me to try and talk about in speed build, then let me know. You know, if you guys have any topics that you'd like to hear about. But yeah, I did include the bar. I can see that now. But yeah, screenshots coming up. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The voiceover is kind of weird, but you know, it's whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, or subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!